It's all about Prabhas. He signed a multi-picture deal with Salaar K.G.F and Kantara with Hombale Films. This is an exclusive from Variety, although we knew about this. When
exclusive
was this published?
My arse.
This was published on the 7th, which was 5 days ago. So I think we were around about a day before.
I'm going to bring
actually.
up. I'm actually going to go to YouTube just now, and I'm going to search
we published it a day after on our YouTube channel. We received the email, I think, the day before.
So it wasn't an exclusive. They're talking shite.
Yeah, it couldn't have been because we all knew about it. I don't know. Was it published? What films it would be? I can't remember. It was last week.
3 days ago.
No, that was.
Yeah, it was 4 days ago. Yeah, so
Kantara. Yeah. So what's that? 8th, and we got it in the 7th. So it wasn't exclusive. We got it at the same time. Variety. See, we're up there with you, punching above our weight. John. Obviously, we know Prabhas. Our introduction was Bahubali, part 1 and 2. Fantastic film. I'm going to say film. I'm going to stick with the Dune,
the Dune
sort of
thing
theory
again,
here. It's one film.
This is a bad idea, touching this mic.
Yeah, we'll try to sound that wee minute.
Really bad. I've thought about it. It's just going to go.
John, we've obviously seen Salaar Part 1. I think we reacted to it, didn't we? And KGF Chapter 2. So we're obviously looking at Salaar Part 2. Thanks, Harley. KGF Part 3 and Kantara. We reacted to Kantara 2. That is, we reacted to the trailer for Kantara, didn't we? Did we? I can't remember.
I think we did, yeah.
Yeah, this is a Kantara 2 that he signed up for. So I think we did react to Kantara.
He wasn't in Kantara though, was he? Not the original.
Can't remember.
We did react to it because I remember putting my foot in it about the get-up of this person, and I think it was a sort of religious thing, very religious film, and people were going after me, as they always do, when I put my foot in it, and things relating to sort of Indian film and culture.
It's a big deal, isn't it? 3 pictures he signed up to.
Yeah, I mean, it is a massive deal, because he's such a great, I mean, listen, I'll address this just now, and I know Anamia, who we have on the channel, agrees. I think he is a great actor at times. I think he's great in a certain niche that he does. When he steps out that niche, there's times where I do question him. I'm like, don't know if I'm having you at times. So I'll openly admit it, because you always get transparency and honesty from this channel, and certainly from me. I'm the most forthright, straight-laced fucking person you'll ever meet in life. I carry that through life. You get respect. Don't be a snake. And I'll openly admit there's times where I question Prabhas. I'm like, that was a little bit fucking dodgy. I'll openly admit there's times where I've questioned telepathy, VJ.
Yeah. But Kalki was the one where we were really talking about it.
But he always redeems himself.
Yeah.
Kalki, yeah, because it was just... And I'm not going to blame Prabhas for that, because it was clearly the director was saying, look, go for this.
Yeah.
He's a very cocksure character. He didn't really care. It's just the way he was laughing at times. It's like,
Rip off.
I'm not sure I'm having that laughing. That's a little bit fucking wooden. It's a bit Gronk. And that's a reference that will go to American NFL fans, American football fans. Rob Gronkowski, used to do a celebration when he obviously got a touchdown. He'd kind of spike. And there was one time he laughed at someone. They tried to tackle him and they just brushed him off like it was an empty tracksuit. He was like, here, bugger off, touchdown. He kind of went like that and laughed at him. And that's what Prabhas was like in Kalki. Salaar K.G.F. Kantara. Kalki. I want to brush Kalki out of my mind, because Kalki was a fucking nightmare for us. It got blocked. The studio, the distribution company, hated us. They had a agenda against us. They were getting out to stop us getting that content out, despite the fact 30 other channels had much longer reaction videos than us, and they're still up. So you can take that away, whoever the fuck it is.
What was the John Lennon quote about his face?
Yeah, it must be the face, yeah.
I think it was definitely the face.
Guy kept saying to him, try to get an answer, and he's like, yeah, I guess it's just the face.
Yeah.
And it's definitely our faces. They didn't like them.
No.
But yeah, Kalki, I mean, it was an alright film. It was fine. I enjoyed it for what it was. I don't think he was the main guy in it by any means. I'm getting sidetracked. Needless to say, I do think he's very good when he's good. And when he's not good, then he's not very good.
I suppose that's like any actor.
It's just a terrible fucking thing.
I know what you mean, though, John. I remember
he's a superstar, though, Steve, and the guy's a pan-Indian superstar, and when he is on it and he's got the right script, Bahubali, SS Rajamouli, he was unbelievable.
John,
the commitment.
Bahubali was one that we needed conditioning to. We didn't hit the ground running in terms of our viewing pleasure with that, if we're being perfectly honest. I think it was the rock scene.
Yeah, you had an issue with that,
and
yeah.
I thought, I don't know.
Was that when he broke the altar?
Yeah.
And he was walking through the water?
Yeah.
I didn't mind that so much.
Yeah.
Obviously, I was kind of aware. I'd done some research into it. I was kind of aware it was a larger-than-life story.
That was the thing.
And I immediately thought, right, just take this like Avengers. Captain America's pulling a helicopter
Anyone that
down.
watched our review will know, obviously, how we felt about it at the end. Loved it.
No, I mean, yeah.
Both parts were phenomenal.
And
Really
his
good
commitment
films,
to playing a father and son and muscularity, the physique, totally different. He I think, shot it over a number of years and he put more muscle on to portray a different, I don't know if it was the father or the son, had bigger arms or whatnot, but he went all in.
Yeah.
And he was unbelievable in the role. So we've seen what he can do. We've seen it in, I'm trying to remember him in K.G.F. I think they're just producers. They're talking about K.G.F. Hombale. He wasn't in K.G.F. Salaar, I mean, again, he was playing a larger-than-life, almost superhero character in Salaar. And he was very fucking good in it. He was this sort of shining light in that film. For me, I don't know what I rated Salaar, so I don't want to contradict myself, but it was nowhere near K.G.F. It was nowhere near Bahubali for me. It was a serviceable action film, and it was his performance that made it watchable because he was just wrecking people.
Yeah. Left,
right and centre. So he can be very watchable, he can be very good, and he's an absolute superstar when it comes to screen presence, charisma. Obviously a big guy as well. So it's a great deal for both. I mean, this will further Prabhas, and obviously Hombale are renowned for producing great content. We've had dealings with them before. They're always brilliant with content creators. They always encourage you.
His character not... maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. But was there not talk
Salaar,
about? I think someone in our community actually
rubbished that.
Yeah,
I'm still convinced that Salaar's in the same universe as K.G.F. and
I can't
it's
remember
in a different part.
But
because tonally and visually it looks very similar. And obviously it's a lot. I mean, could you imagine Prabhas facing off against Rocky? Yeah. Holy fuck! You talk about money. That's money right there, man.
Yeah.
Rebel Star against Rocking Star.
Yeah.
I tell you, even nicknames. I'm sorry,
I'm
Rocky's doing you, Prabhas.
I'm trying to find the actual. It just says 2 additional features. They're not actually saying
because he worked with Hombale and Salaar.
Yeah.
And obviously he's multi-picture deal. I mean, it'd be great to see. Also, they're working on K.G.F. Chapter 3. We know that for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to see him. I mean, it'd be unbelievable, wouldn't it? It'd be like Shah Rukh Khan and
Tiger Free.
Salman Khan. Is it Salman?
Yeah, Salman, yeah.
Shah Rukh, Patan,
yeah.
And Salman, Tiger. Coming on the screen together.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you would work that out because one's a very goody two shoes kind of guy with a history. He's clean now. He's trying to get away from it. He's got a history though.
Did you like Salaar?
And Rocky is just Rocky. He's just... That's what I'm saying, Stephen. Salaar, I mean, it was serviceable. There was parts that... You talk about Bahubali and parts of... What was it? Triple R going over your head. Fucking Salaar. I mean, there's parts I'm like, what is this? Is this a sequel? Is this... And look, I'm very good at multi-timelines and multi-perspective. I grew up watching Guy Ritchie movies. I know about multi-perspective, multi-timeline stories, Pulp Fiction. So I know what I'm doing when I'm watching these films. It was fucking convoluted, man. There was a whole 35-minute sequence where they're talking about this sort of council in this major city.
That's right, yeah.
And all the players and what they have to do and the king's away. And it was just like, going to just go back to fucking Prabhas, please. Just going to go back to him.
Up though,
I understand, and we said that at the time. We can see what they're trying to do, but it made the film less enjoyable for me.
Well, one of the John Wick films was like that. I can't remember what one it was.
Chapter 2.
Yeah.
But
they were building the world.
But they did it in a way, Stephen, where the action was still front and centre, and they added the levels to it, just little details. They didn't overstay their welcome. There wasn't a 35-minute sequence.
I would have to go back and see Salaar Part 1 again. I remember it well, but in terms of structurally, I'd have to go back and watch it to really...
It certainly wasn't Prabhas' fault, that's for sure. It was a deliberate decision from the filmmaker to show you the lore and the sort of setup with this city, with the main players. And obviously we're going to go into that. I mean, I think chapter 2 or part 2 will be much better. He'll be just going to town on them. And you're going to have out and out war with all these different factions taking each other on. The little annoying guy, the little chubby guy, little schemer, he was quite enjoyable as well in Salaar.
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
Yep.
Little guy that was like laughing his head off maniacally. He was pretty good. I think he got done in though, didn't he?
I can't remember.
Yeah,
I know
he
you're
did.
talking about, yeah.
He got done in. Because it was two.
Was he the sort of... the computer hacker guy? Can't remember.
No, it was a little guy that was on the council. His father done a deal with...
Oh, yeah, I know you're talking about
no,
it. Yeah.
the son of the king done a deal to save Prabhas' character, and he gave one of his trinkets, his bracelets, up, which was command of a certain region, and he gave it to him, which gave him a seat in the council. But then the king's like, my son's coming to a certain age now, I'm going to have to give him a bracelet. One of you is going to have to sacrifice.
Yeah.
And they were heavily hinting it's going to be him because he didn't earn it.
That's
he got it through a gift. And it created an uproar and obviously a rebellion.
Mm-hmm.
And he was kind of scheming. He was pretty good. Was parts of it were all right. I didn't mind the film.
I will say one thing,
reflected my
John.
rating.
Although I know we're quite honest in the channel in terms of performances and how these actors come across, I do like Prabhas. I very much like him as a person. But there is instances where I know it's not always the actor's fault in terms of choices made throughout films and how they're...
I mean, Adi Parush.
Yeah, but there's something about him, you know, and he's one of those pan-Indian stars that carries big epic films, and he can do it. You know, as we mentioned in Hombale, we've seen what he can do. And, it's going to be very interesting. I don't know if I want to see him pop up in any of these films, the Kantara or KGF Chapter 3 or whatever it may be.
You don't want him signing a multi-picture deal with Hombale and then it's just
cameos,
cameos.
Yeah. I don't think it is. I think it is.
You want it to be big epic movies that are pan-Indian movies with good writing. Because we've reacted to Adi Parush and it was fucking dreadful. That's what can go wrong if you've not. You can't just make one guy who's charismatic and a star carry a film and hope that it'll work. You need to give him help.
Big a star to be just pigeonholed into a cameo and already successful franchises. You don't need him in there, and he doesn't need to be there.
I mean, I would like to see him in a KGF.
As long as he's got screen time. You know, I don't want to see him just shoehorned in just for the sake.
Imagine him against Rocky. I mean, honestly, could you imagine? Would it not be unbelievable? I mean, I'd be rooting for Rocky because Rocky's so cool. I mean, Rocky's suit game just makes me want to root for him.
Yeah.
No one pulls off a lime green flared suit.
In terms of Hombale, John, I've always been impressed with their films. I've always been impressed with our relationship as well in terms of them reaching out to us, which was something they didn't have to do, but they've obviously saw the channel, they saw how passionate we are in terms of Indian film and definitely a lot of the films that have come out from that studio. I'm sure they will email everyone that's in obviously their circulation when the films are announced of what they will be, but I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, but yeah, it's good to get that appreciation, Steve. Yeah. And you're not just some sort of shit kicker who they'll block every time they put content out, because that's just ridiculous.
Well,
we've
John,
got a community that are asking us to react to things. And we respect our community. And we want to give the content to the community. And then you've got some lick spittle fucking joke distribution company who think they're hot shit, blocking it. They're not even the studio. They're not even the director. They're not even the production company.
They've been given a task.
Yeah, they're just
on YouTube to do
block.
That.
But
we've seen it, obviously, John.
Can you tell I'm better?
Well, we should be as
well.
Because
I fucking spent hours editing the videos for these.
Yeah,
absolute
and not
idiots.
just that. When that happens, it holds us up from watching other things. Quota Factory is the one that keeps coming up on the requests, and we can't do it because obviously one of those distribution companies are. It's not obviously the viral fever that's blocking us directly. It's some other subsidiary.
Yeah, something Bricks or something, if I remember correctly. And they're renowned for taking the piss. There's other content creators had issues with this guy, because I know it's a singular guy.
John, I think you hit the nail on the head that these sort of people that are tasked with this look at the size of channels and go, it's not worth our while for that channel to do this because we'll get nothing out of it. Whereas if they go to a larger channel, I'm not going to name anyone, John, but if they go to a larger channel that's doing similar content, they're going to pick them every day. So the larger channels will just get bigger. And our sort of small, we're relatively small in comparison to these channels. So grain of sand,
Yes.
And we'll just keep doing what we do because
A speck of dust.
if anything, it proves the point that we're passionate about film. We're passionate about foreign
Steve,
film as well.
We were doing this when we had 100 subscribers.
Yeah.
When we had 10.
Yeah,
Not going to fucking stop now.
exactly.
No.
In the words of Freddie Mercury, don't stop me now.
And no.
I'm having such a good time. Yeah,
No
I'm having a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No Cecil Bumfluff and Hyderabad's going to stop us.
Cecil
Hint, wink,
Bumfluff.
wink. But yeah,
Yeah.
looking forward to seeing Prabhas. Always looking forward to seeing him. He's an enigma, like I says. I don't think it's controversial
No.
to say that he has moments where you question his acting ability because I think even his biggest fans would readily admit he's not Shah Rukh Khan. He's not Amir Khan. He's not in the South. I'm going to go out and say Vijay Sethupathi. I think he's from the South. I think he's a Telugu actor, isn't he, Prabhas? He's not Vijay Sethupathi. For me, Vijay Sethupathi is the greatest actor in the South India of his generation. I know Mohanlal and stuff like that, and you could say Talapathy Vijay and God, what's the other one? Ajif Kumar. You could see these guys, Ranjini. Some people think he's a joke. I actually quite like him. We always get a comment every time we react to
It's
his
weird,
stuff.
yeah.
Who told you to react to this joke and stuff like that? So this fucking guy's been about for 50
Regina
years.
Kant's nephew, who Regina Kant told he was adopted.
Yeah. For me, Vijay Sethupathi is
Yeah.
fucking one of the greatest actors in India. He's unbelievable.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
like
think
him.
Prabhas is on his level, but they're a different kind of actor.
I mean, we've seen
You're not going to get Vijay
so many
Sethupathi.
genres in terms of Sethupathi.
Yeah.
96 is obviously the one that stands
But he's
out
not
the
going to
most.
play Mahendra Bahubali.
Super
Or
Deluxe.
whatever the fuck his
Yeah.
name was in Bahubali. He's
Yeah.
not going to play that role.
Of
That's
course
for
not.
Prabhas.
Yeah.
Because he's overweight.
Yeah.
Vijay Sethupathi, and he'll readily admit that. He is. I mean, he
He
is.
was in, was it Family Man he was in as well?
He doesn't give a shit.
Was
Yeah,
it?
he's in Family Man. Yep. No,
Yeah.
it
It was the spin-off, wasn't it?
was Farzi.
Farzi,
Yep,
yeah.
with Shahid Kapoor.
That- he was
Kapoor's
great in that as
unbelievable
well. Yeah.
So these actors, there's brilliant actors over in
Yeah.
India who are just undoubtedly incredible actors. And then you've got kind of like Tom Cruise, sort of action stars who can act,
Yeah.
but when
What's
they've not got the
Tom
right
Cruise doing?
direction,
Yeah.
they've not got the right film, then they can be fucking really bad.
Yeah.
I don't think it's controversial to say that, and I'm going to stand by it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.